Hi guys, I'm back with another Mini Kit Monday video. This is going to be layout process number 2, and we are still using the January kit inspiration from the bingo card. And if I could find it, I'd show it to you. Oh yes, it's in my planner. Been trying to get my stuff together, and I have it here. I found something really cool on the RTS Facebook group. I know this is for Mini Kit Monday, but I wanted to share because I thought it was really cool. For those of you that are trying to keep track of how much you do something, especially on the daily, this is a really cool thing. They have it over at the RTS Facebook group. I think it's called Love RTS. So somebody posted this, and it's got the months of the year out in word form, and then it has it sectioned off into days of the month. So like January has 31 days, and so like it's a good way to track if you've made a layout, or if you wanted to track if you do something crafty every day, because it has all the days of the year, and then you can track how many you've done throughout the month. So like if you're someone that likes to kind of complete everything, then maybe you can get up to 31 layouts in January. I'm not that fast, but it would still be pretty cool to keep trying to do this over and over to see if I can complete it in 1 year. I just wanted to share that real quick. So onto the bingo card. Layout number 2 is going to be circles, diagonal stripe, washi tape, the color blue, and the corner rounder. So I almost forgot my corner rounder the other day when I did my first layout. So I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to keep it right here. Even though I can see it and it's visible, when I get into the process of creating, I'm going to forget. So I'm just going to have that right off the bat. And then circles, I have my dies and I have those pulled out from my binder as well. I have my photographs ready. Color blue was the alphas in these stickers, and a diagonal stripe paper. I pulled out initially these 2 papers. I really like them together. And so there's the diagonal stripe and washi tape. That's interesting. I guess I didn't pick out washi tape, but I do have this orange. I'm gonna go ahead and look for another type of washi tape and see what color I can find. So you'll see me actually, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this portion of the video here, and you'll just see it go fast forward from here on out. So I did remember that I did have washi tape pulled out. I just forgot that I had it in my small embellishment box that I had gotten at the dollar store to the right hand side of my desk. As always, I think it's because I had initially set it out and then I didn't remember. Anyway, I am using circles for this part of the bingo line that I am trying to make, and I end up using these circle cutters by, oh gosh, EK Success, I think it is. Anyway, they're 2 larger circles, and it's one of the first tools that I had actually bought when I started scrapbooking, and I just kept it. I figured it would work along the way. And one thing I wish I would have done is bought more of those blades, because I think I only have 2. I don't use it all the time, but you know how it is. You eventually are going to run out of sharpness. I think I'm going to be relegated to use a whetstone or something to sharpen up those blades, if anything. So I know that I had to use circles on this layout, and I wanted to go ahead and have them ready off the bat. And so I didn't want to forget to use my circle dies as well. And so I cut out smaller circles with different pattern papers. The pictures did seem to get lost in the pattern. One, because my nephew is wearing dark colored clothing, and also the lion is very bright, but the surrounding, or the fact that my nephew is also still in the same dark colored clothing, kind of engulfs it or makes it just not as noticeable in contrast to the bright pattern papers. So I had to mat them in pattern paper that is different colored from these circles. Now I did try my new markers from, I think those are also from EK Success, but those are for non-porous material. And I didn't read that, and I was too lazy to take them back because I figured I'd use them for other things. They do work on some papers, just this paper, it didn't work. And then I tried my Faber-Castell white opaque pen, but somehow I think that one's drying up and it doesn't have any more ink either. So I used my tried and true, which is the Jelly Roll Sakura pen, and that one always seems to work. I did circle all the other, I did line all the other circles as well, and that helps kind of frame everything in. And I wanted to kind of back this with a cardstock and corner round the top 2 corners,
But in the end, I just left it as such. I felt like with this bottom border sticker and the use of the washi tape, I think it was enough to kind of give it a ledge and to sit up on its own. So I didn't feel like I further needed to add more paper to this. I did use the blue element, which is another part of the list, and it says on and, because I am using the word, the wood veneer word. I can't use words today, with the word adventure. And the word adventure needs to stand out a bit more, and I noticed that as I'm putting it against that chevron style arrow paper, that it needs a lot more contrast. And so I start thinking ahead that I'm going to need to paint it. That's the words that I was looking for. Like I said, can't use words today. I did put a sticker from that same collection that I had pulled these papers from. Sticker sheet set. I don't know. I can't remember if I was going to finish that thought or not. But I pulled several of these sticker elements from that sticker sheet set. And here you see when the video was going really fast, it was just those smaller leaves. I didn't think you all would want to sit through the actual real-time process of that, and so I sped that up about 20 times. So here I'm going through the elements. I rewrote the little checklist just so that it isn't a lot to look at when I'm looking at the bingo list. Things like that really tend to make me deviate from what I'm doing. They're a big distraction, and so I wrote it down and I was crossing out the list. And I know that I wanted to use this red ink, and since I was going through the list, I decided I'd just take a real small break here and start doing it. At the beginning, I was taking a real big risk, as I am right here as well. I just don't think sometimes, and I had started painting it red on the layout, and I knew that I had put ATG tape, and very little, just to kind of hold it in place until I knew that it was going to be adhered with glue after painting it. So that's what I'm doing now, even though the paint still wet on it. I'm trying to really carefully set it on the page. I had already started painting on it inadvertently when it was still ATG to the layout. I should have moved the layout aside in case I dropped that wood veneer. So word of advice, either put something protective over your layout and don't do like me. I was going to write directly on the wood veneer with a pen, but you know, I have a fancy typewriter. It's not fancy. I have a typewriter that I can type words on it. It'd look a lot neater. I could have printed it out on like a Word document, I guess, but I don't have Word on my Mac. I don't know what it's called. But I do have the typewriter, and so I decided to type the date and place that they're in, and I actually stamped. I took a big leap of faith and stamped the date with my tried and true Heidi roller date stamp and some regular black ink. I decided that it was going to look a little bit monotonous or plain without anything in that little notebook edge wood veneer. And so I decided to cut up the words a bit smaller and then use these little arrows as just fun elements to add on top of that wood veneer. And after that, I don't think there's much else left to do on the layout. I think this is where I come back with the pen, because I had only done the orange circle at this point. Yes, here we go. And I start doing all the other circles with my Gelly Roll Sakura pen. It's in the 10-point size. And so I'm off screen here, and I'm real sorry about that. I forgot that I had put the video camera up real close. And so anyway, you'll see close-ups of the layout that I did. I hope you enjoyed this. I am really having fun with using the bingo card as a starting point. And don't forget to check out the other ladies that are in the Mini Kit Monday group. There is Becky, Dolly, Kathy, Tracy, and Shannon. And also we have Belinda Jane and Caitlin Clary participating with us as guest designers for the Mini Kit Monday group. Also, check out all the fabulous ladies and gents, I think, that are participating in the Mini Kit Monday Facebook group. I'll link them all down below. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye!